Yeah, I can see some of you have already joined us here. A very good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well and your preparations are going good too. Well, today's session, as you know, is based on most expected questions that you can see in your RBI examination, right? So I've taken puzzles for today, right? Some 4 5 puzzles we will be doing today, and of good level, of course. Chalo, okay. So chalo, let's quickly start this session. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So let's quickly have a look at the first question. But before that, I hope everybody has already downloaded the app for Oliveboard, and also you must have subscribed to the official channel of Oliveboard. नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से कर लो, ठीक है? And we have the perfect regulatory exams YouTube PDF bundle course for you guys, right? So you can check it out. It is curated by the content has been curated by Pooja ma'am and Lakshmi ma'am. So do check it out. It's a complete PDF bundle course for your GA and all, right? So you can see you will be getting daily current affairs, weekly current affairs, PIB, government schemes, right? So all those things will be there. Kittu, very good morning. Good morning, everybody. So let's have a look at the first question. The first question is there on your screen. Quickly, let's see how this particular question is to be done. ठीक है, जल्दी से इसको try करो. Volume is low. I guess it's working fine. Chalo, try this out. This is the first question, guys, on your screen. Okay, let's check. Try this out, guys. This is the very first question here. Chalo, let me remove myself from the screen so that you can see the complete question. Okay, I'm going to remove myself from here. Just try it out. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. So you can see here it is a seating arrangement based question, and a variable has been added, that is who is from which particular team. Okay, and also you have days in here. Okay, chalo, try this out. Let's see. Are we able to hear now? Is it fine? Is the volume okay right now? Fine. Okay. Chalo, try this out. Let's see. I hope everybody must have gone through the question. So let's do one thing. Let's try to complete it together. ठीक है? इसको साथ में करते हैं कि किस तरह से कर सकते हैं. So you can see that what we have to do. We have 7 different captains A to G who belong to 7 different sports here, right? These sports are there. Now they have to go for a meeting and they have to go for the games here. And you can see that these are played starting from Monday onwards. So 7 different days also are there. So you have two variables actually. One of them is the this one, that is which game is being played by whom, and also you have to place them as per the days on which these games are being played, right? So you can see it is also given that the captains whose teams whose games are to be played on consecutive days are not seated together. That means Monday Tuesday should not be adjacent, similarly Tuesday Wednesday, or Wednesday Thursday, right? So those type of things have to be kept in mind. That means people who have to play on adjacent or one after other should not be seated adjacent to each other. Okay, let's come back on the screen here. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. Okay, so you can see the captain of the chess team was third to the left of captain whose match was on Saturday. So what is given here? Let's say this is your chess. Okay, so chess has to be third to the left of Saturday. So 1, 2, 3. This is your Saturday here. Okay, ये एक information है. Also it is given F was at a gap of 2 from G. G who was the neighbor of the chess team. Okay, so G has to be a neighbor of the chess team. So we know how many players are there? 7 players in total, right? Let's take the two cases here. Let's say this is chess 1, 2 and 3. This is your Saturday. Okay, so you can see that G can be this person or G can be this person, because it is given that G has to be a neighbor of chess. Now you can see that F has to be at a gap of 2 from G. Now in the first case, the only possibility will be that F should be towards the right side of G. Why? Because you already have 5 persons, so placing 3 more persons towards the left of G will give rise to 8 persons, which is not possible, isn't it? So you will have your F here. So F यहाँ पर आ जाएगा. ठीक है? Similarly, in this particular case, you can have two possibilities, right? Let's try it out. Let's write down the two cases. Chess. This is your G. This is your Saturday. Okay. Similarly, you can see F can be this person, right? Either F can be towards the right of G, or you can have F towards the left of G, right? So either of the two cases we can have. Three cases we can have. So 1, 2 and 3. First case mein we are having 5 persons. Second case mein we are having 5 persons. Third case mein we have got 6 persons in here. Okay. Now it is given E was the captain of Kabaddi and was seated at either of the extreme ends. Okay, we will try that later, because अभी हमारे पास उसके बारे में कोई information नहीं है. So we will try that out later. ठीक है. Now what is given? A and B's matches were to be played on consecutive days. A's neighbor have to play tennis, right? So tennis is being played by A's neighbor. The basketball captain was third to the left of tennis. Okay, let's write it down. That is basketball is third to the left of tennis. Okay, this is given here. Okay, let me remove myself just a second. So it is given now that basketball has to be third to the left of tennis team captain, and A's neighbor has to be playing tennis. So you can understand that either this has to be A or this person has to be A. Okay. After that, D was seated neighboring B, and the captain whose match was on Friday, B did not play on Friday. Okay, so you can see that D has to be neighbor of Friday and B, right? So this is a situation that Friday and B, similarly B and Friday. Okay. After that, what is given? C played his match on Saturday, right? So we know Saturday is already there, isn't it? So we already had this information for Saturday. You can see C played on Saturday, so you can place your Saturday in these three possibilities. And was at a gap of 3 from B. So C has to be at a gap of 3 from B. So first wale case mein 1, 2, 3. You can see we cannot place your B here, right? Isn't it? And towards the right hand side also it's not possible, because we already have 5 people. So at a gap of 3 cannot be towards the right side. So let's remove this particular case so that we do not have this confusion, right? So ये वाला case eliminate हो गया. ठीक है. इस वाले केस में देखो, you can have this B here towards this side, isn't it? So let's use it there. So 1, 2, 3, this will be your B here. Okay. So you can see C and B at a gap of 3. Here also you can see 1, 2, 3. This will be your B, right? No issues till now. Now we have this information that D has to be a neighbor. Also B whose neighbor has a match on Thursday. So B's neighbor should be on Thursday, that is given here. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पर देखो, we know that D has to be a neighbor of B and Friday. So let's say if in the first case, how many persons are we getting? We have 6 persons already. So you cannot have your D here because D has to have 2 neighbors. That means you can see that D has to be here. So D is a neighbor of B and Friday will be like this, right? In the first case. Okay. And we know that B's neighbor should have a match on Thursday. Why first case was removed? Away in that particular case, you will not be able to place your B and C at a gap of 3. Okay, that is why. We could not have your B and C at a gap of 3. That is why we removed the first case. Okay, that is not a possibility. उसमें B और C को 3 के gap में नहीं place कर सकते थे. ठीक है? Now here you can see this second case, right? So again you have to place your D neighboring your B and Friday. So you can see D will be here and B and Friday, that means G should be there on a Friday, right? And also it is given that B's neighbor is on Thursday. So here we know that the persons who are seated adjacent should not be having this one, that is they should not be playing on consecutive days. So here you can see that B and D are neighbors of each other, isn't it? B and D are neighbors of each other. So here you can see that, let's say if we take this as Thursday, then D and G will be Thursday, Friday. They will have their games on consecutive days. That means it's not a possibility. So here you will take your Thursday at this position, isn't it? So you can see Thursday, and now we have how many persons in this arrangement? We have 7 persons here. Second wale case mein dekho, you have your B's neighbor as Thursday, so D cannot be Thursday. So your F will be Thursday here. Okay, I hope this is clear, everybody. Are we clear till here, everyone? Okay, so now you can see football was placed on Tuesday, right? So football has to be played on Tuesday. A did not play on Wednesday. Okay, so A should not be there on Wednesday. Cricket has to be before chess, immediately before chess. B did not play baseball, right? So let's try it out. Now you will have to place this information, that is basketball has to be third to the left of tennis, and we know tennis has to be a neighbor of A. Okay, okay. So let's try it out. Where should we have basketball? Let's say we place your basketball. So you can see the only possibility will be here, that this is your tennis and your basketball is like this. Okay. But the problem with this particular case, what will be the problem with this particular case, guys? We know that E has to be the captain of Kabaddi team and has to be at either of the extreme ends. Now here you already have your F. You can place your E here, but E should be the captain of Kabaddi team, isn't it? So that means this case is also invalid. So that means the second case will be the valid one here. Okay, I hope this is clear, everybody. Okay. So again you can see that where should we place your this A, right? That is the question. Now let's say if we place your A at this position, because you can see that A has to be a neighbor of tennis and uske tennis has to be third to the right of basketball. Let's say if you place your A here, then the problem will be you can place your tennis here, then tennis cannot be third to the right of basketball, one thing, and similarly you will not be able to place your E here, isn't it? G can be basketball. No, it is given no that this person has to be, tennis has to be third to the right of basketball here, Avi. Okay, let's say if you take here A, right, because you can see here, this is the situation that you need to place, isn't it? This is given here. Okay, yahan tak de rakha hai. Ab A can either be this person or this person, isn't it? If you take A here, then your tennis will be this person, but tennis has to be third to the right of basketball. But here you can see that won't be possible. That means you will have to take your A here only, isn't it? A has to be here. So you can see you will place your A at this position. Now A's neighbor has to be tennis. So either this person is tennis or this person is tennis. Now if you take your C as tennis, tennis cannot be third to the right of basketball because here we already have your chess, isn't it? So you will see that this will be your tennis here and tennis is third to the right of basketball, right? This will be the situation. And now you cannot have your E, right? Because E should be playing kabaddi, right? That is why this case becomes invalid. Are we clear, guys? Please let me know. Are we clear with the first one, that why it is eliminated? So you can see first में आप place नहीं कर पाएंगे, ठीक है? Similarly, we have seen here that is in the second case, if you take your A here at the extreme right end, then you will not be able to place your basketball again, because C will be tennis and tennis will be third to the right of chess, which is not a possibility, isn't it? So that means A has to be here only. And if A is here, that means you can see either C or G will be your tennis, but tennis should not be C because it has to be third to the right of basketball. So that means here tennis will be this one. Okay. If tennis is here, so 1, 2, 3, this will be your basketball. Okay. So you can see this is your basketball being played on Thursday, right? So this is the situation that we are getting currently. Okay. और क्या दे रखा है? Let's see. Football has to be played on Tuesday, right? So football should be played on Tuesday. That is given. Okay. Now you can see that we know that A and B have to be on consecutive days, right? That was also a situation that A and B have to be consecutive. Now football on Tuesday, you can see football cannot be at either of the extreme ends, right? It is not possible that you take football here on Tuesday, or maybe football towards the immediate left of F, right? Why? Because if you do that, then you will not be able to place your E, है ना? E को भी तो place करना है. So that means you will have to take your football Tuesday either on B or on A, right? So either A will be there or B will be there for football, right? So let's write it down that this A or B has to be for football, right? So we are getting A or B for football and Tuesday, right? So that has to be the situation here. Now we know that A and B have to play on consecutive days, right? It is given here that A and B's matches were to be played on consecutive days, right? So if let's say A is Tuesday, so B can be either Monday or Wednesday, right? So if let's say if A is on Tuesday, then other person, that is either A or B, you can see have to be Monday or Wednesday, isn't it? That is the situation here. क्योंकि Tuesday के साथ क्या consecutive होता है? Monday, Wednesday. So if one person is there on Tuesday, that means the other person should be there on Monday or Wednesday. ठीक है? Now let's see what else do we have here, right? Let's check what is the situation here. ठीक है? चलो, तो ये वाला situation बन रहा है in the second case here. So whatever is remaining, let's quickly try to place. Now cricket has to be played immediately before chess, right? So chess has to be, we do not know which is the day here for chess. Cricket has to be immediately before chess, right? That is also a situation. So now we know that the days here are what? It is starting from Monday onwards, right? It is starting from Monday or Sunday? Monday, right? So that means first is Monday, then we have Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, right? So these are the days here. Now how football is A or B? How football is A or B? Because it is given that football has to be where? It was given about football kya de rakha tha? Just a second. Football has to be played on a Tuesday, right? That is given here that football has to be played on a Tuesday or B. Now football cannot be at the extreme ends here, because if you place football either towards the immediate right of C or towards the immediate left of F, you will not be able to place your E kabaddi, right? E kabaddi has to be at the extreme end. So that means either E kabaddi should be towards the immediate left of F, right? Either that will be the situation, or E kabaddi should be towards the other end. Okay? Okay? So let's do one thing. Let's not take this particular case. Abhi isko nahi lete. Let's consider E. Okay? We will see whether what should be the situation for E here. So let's do one thing. Let's try the two cases. Okay? Let me remove this from here so that we can consider the two cases together. Yes, that is also a possibility. Don't worry, Avi, we will see. Okay, we will check. Now let's make the two cases that we can have. Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry. That is also a possibility. We missed that out. Right? So we will see. Don't worry. So here let's consider this is your F, B, D, G, A, and C, right? In this case, your E will be here, or in this case, E will be here, right? So E kabaddi, this is one possibility. And similarly, in this case, your E kabaddi will be here. Okay. I hope this is possible. This case is clear that these are the two possibilities that you can have. That is, E kabaddi has to be at the extreme end. That means either at the extreme left end or at the extreme right end. Okay. Now let's write down the other informations also. This is your basketball Thursday. Okay. Then D is chess. G is your tennis. And he is on Friday. And C is on Saturday. Right. So you can see these are the two possibilities that we have. Now in the first case, we have to place Tuesday and football, right? It is given that football has to be played on a Tuesday, right? That is the information. So in the first case, where can we have your football and Tuesday? You can see in the first case, A and B can only be football Tuesday. In the second case also, you can now see that only A and B can be football and Tuesday. Okay, you can see that football and Tuesday can only be possibly there for A and B. I hope now it is clear, Avi, that why we cannot have your C as football. Okay, because C is there either, C has to be there on a Saturday only. So Tuesday is not a possibility for this, isn't it? So you can now understand that either A or B has to be your football. Okay? And he is on a Tuesday. That means the other person here has to be either on a Monday or on a Wednesday. Okay? So now let's see. Let's take the first case here. Also, do we have any other information? Yes, we had this information, that is cricket has to be played immediately before chess. And also let's see, have we missed any particular point here? Okay, dekh lete ek baar. So captain of chess is third to the left of Saturday. That is already done. F is at a gap of 2 from G, whose neighbor is chess team. So that is done. E is kabaddi team, extreme and done. A and B have to be consecutive days. A's neighbor have to be tennis. Okay, so that is fine here. Yes, that is also given here that B cannot be baseball. Absolutely, Avi, that is right. So you can see in the first case, we know that B is not baseball. So either A or C has to be baseball, right? So we will check that later. उसको हम बाद में check करेंगे. So you can now see that we are left with your chess, नहीं, cricket बचा है, baseball बचा है, and football बचा है, right? So we are left with your cricket, baseball and football. And we know that this person B is not baseball. So either A or C only have to be your baseball. Okay, we will check that later. Chalo, और देखते हैं what else do we have here. The basketball is third to the left of tennis, done. D was seated neighboring B and the captain of Friday, done. B did not play on Friday. Okay, so B should not be there on Friday. Anyways, it is not on Friday. C has his match on Saturday at a gap of 3 from B, whose neighbor has a match on Thursday. ये भी हो चुका है. Football has to be played on Tuesday. So now you can see that only these three things are remaining. That is, football has to be Tuesday. A is not on Wednesday. And cricket has to be immediately before chess. And B is not playing baseball, right? So these three are the things which we need to check. So let's try your cricket and chess. Okay. What are the possibilities for cricket and chess here? You can see chess is D, right? So you can see what are the possibilities for this case. You can see Monday, Tuesday. Is it possible? That is, let's say chess is on Tuesday. Is that possible? Yes. In that case, Monday will be your cricket and that's possible. Similarly, Wednesday and Tuesday, again, that's a possibility. Wednesday can be your chess, right? You can see that's also a possibility. Thursday won't be possible because you can see his neighbor is on Friday, right? So you can see Thursday is not a possibility for this D here. Similarly, Friday is also not a possibility because it is already taken by G here, right? Saturday, again, you can see if you take Saturday, then that means Thursday should have been cricket, which is not possible because Thursday is already basketball. Sunday and Saturday, is it a possibility? If you take, let's say, D, chess, Sunday, that means Saturday should have been the one that is your cricket, right? So you can see that's a possibility that you take Sunday, right? What happens here is, let's say we take Sunday here, okay? Sunday is for chess. That's a possibility. And similarly, cricket is for your Saturday, right? That is a possibility. You can have your C cricket, That's absolutely possible. So Sunday chess, cricket Saturday, ये एक possibility है. And do we have any other possibility? That is Tuesday and Monday? No, because Tuesday is already football. So you can see Tuesday also was not a possibility here, right? So you can see Monday is not possible because it cannot be the first one. Yes, how those chess will be Tuesday? Absolutely, Ravi. So Tuesday is not possible. So Monday, Tuesday eliminated. Wednesday, Tuesday also eliminated, because if you take Wednesday here, so Tuesday won't be possible. Similarly, we can see Thursday, Friday, Saturday not possible. So the only possibility will be this one, right? That is Sunday has to be chess and cricket has to be your Saturday, right? I hope this is clear. So you can see Sunday is chess, so this is your Sunday, and cricket is your Saturday. That means C will be your cricket here. Okay, this is going to be your cricket. So this is cricket and Sunday is chess. Okay. Now we are left with this Tuesday, right? We know that A is not playing. No, Tuesday has to be there. So A did not play on Wednesday, right? That is already known. And you can see in the first case. So A cannot be Wednesday, right? You can see A cannot be Wednesday. B cannot be Wednesday. And similarly, E also cannot be Wednesday. Why? Because Thursday is a neighbor of Wednesday, right? Thursday and Wednesday are consecutive in nature. So in this first case, you can see Wednesday cannot be here, Wednesday cannot be here, even Wednesday cannot be here. That means in the first case, you cannot place your Wednesday. That means this case is eliminated and hence this will be the valid case here. So second wala valid ho jayega, right? Now we know A is not on Wednesday here, so that means E will be on Wednesday, okay? Because B cannot be on Wednesday because his neighbor is already on Thursday. So neighbors should not be on the consecutive days, right? I hope this is clear. Now we can fix your Tuesday and this also, right? We can fix your Tuesday and football and your baseball. Now we know that this B cannot be playing your baseball, right? B is not playing baseball, that is given. So that means this should be your baseball here. A will be baseball and B will be the person who is playing on Tuesday, right? And what he is playing? He is playing the football here, right? And which is the only day remaining? You can see we are left with, I guess, Monday. So that means A will be there on a Monday. Okay. So this will be the arrangement that you will be getting. I hope this is clear, everybody. Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Are we clear, everyone? ये समझ में आया? So a very nice question here. You can see that two variables have been added here, and with the help of the seating arrangement, we can find all the variables. Are we clear, everybody? ये समझ में आया? ठीक है? We'll quickly go to the next question now. Let's see how the next question is to be done. So next question is there on your screen. This is a question based on staircase. Okay. So you can see a staircase based question which was recently there in yesterday's mains also. In SBI clerk mains, there was a question on staircase. So chalo isko jaldi se try karo. Let's see how this particular question is to be done here. Okay. Let's try. Let's see. Check this out. So first of all, you have to find that what should be the numbers rolled by these persons, because it is already directly given that they are initially standing alphabetically on stairs which are multiples of 3. That is A on 3, B on 6, C on 9, and so on. So the initial arrangement is directly given, right? It's very simple here. You just have to find the numbers that they rolled, and then as per the number rolled, you have to make the final movement. Okay, let's try. Rolled or movement? Ma'am, at first, what should we consider? Avi, देखो, first of all, you'll have to find the numbers that they have rolled. Okay, because the movement is as per the numbers. That means the person who has rolled one is going to first make the movement, then followed by two, then followed by three. So first of all, you will have to find that who is rolling which number. Okay, because the movement is dependent on the numbers here. So first you have to find the numbers that they roll, and then as per the number you have to make the final movement. Initial is already known, that is A has to be 3, B has to be 6 and so on. So initial ka to tension hi nahi hai, right? So you can see initial we already know. We have to then find the numbers that they roll, and as per the numbers roll we have to make the movement that is based on these particular rules here. Okay. Chalo, let's understand how this particular question is to be done. Okay, so let's see how this question is to be done. So you can see that there are six persons who are standing on six different stairs of a staircase of a building. It is given the staircase has 25 steps in total, numbered 1 to 25 from bottom to top. Initially, they are standing alphabetically on the steps such that they are on multiples of 3, that is A on 3, B on 6, and so on. Now they start to play a game of dice, right? And they move as per the numbers they have rolled. And also it is given that the movements have to be in the ascending order. That is, person who rolled one has to make the first movement here. Okay. So first of all, let's say we know the initial position very easily. So let's write it down. So A has to be at 1, 3, then B will be 6, C will be 9, D will be 12, E will be your 15, and F will be your 18, right? This is the initial position here. Are we done? Absolutely great. Let's try to find out the numbers that they have rolled here, right? So we know that the numbers rolled are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's try what are the possibilities here for these numbers being rolled. Okay, so it is given sum of the numbers by D and A was equal to F. So D plus A has to be equal to F. Okay. C and E consecutive numbers. C rolled a number that is twice of A. B rolled twice of F. Okay. So you can see here that B has to be rolling twice of F, and F has to be a sum of something. So you can see if you take F as 4, 5 or 6, you cannot place your B here. So that means the only possibility for F will be this one, right? F will be 3 here. Now if F is 3, B has to be rolling twice of F. So that means B will be here. And now we know D plus A has to be F. So you can see F is 3. So D plus A has to be 1 and 2, right? Because that is the only possibility to get a sum of 3. So 1 plus 2 has to be there, right? Now it is given C has to roll twice is that of A. So that means A has to be here, and your D has to be here, and your C will be here, and the remaining person E will be here, isn't it? So this is the situation that you will be getting for the numbers being rolled. So you can see D rolled 1. Okay. Similarly, A rolled 2. F rolled 3. C rolled 4, E rolled 5, and this B rolled 6, right? That is given here. That we have found here. Now we have to make the movements as per the numbers. So you know that who will make the first movement, that is D will make the first movement because he rolled 1, right? So this has to be the sequence of the movement here. So now D moves as per the rule associated with 1. What is rule associated with 1? Swap position with the person nearest above. Who is the person who is nearest above? You can see E, isn't it? So D and E will swap their positions. That means D will come to this position and E will come to this position. Okay, so D and E swap their positions. Now comes your A who rolled 2. Okay, 2 के लिए क्या है? Move 10 steps up and then swap positions with the person nearest below. So where is A? You can see A is at step number 3. So 10 steps up, that means you can see plus 10. So you can see 13 will be his nearest step, right? You will see he will go to this particular position. So A will come here. Now he has to swap his positions with the person who is nearest below. You can see who will be nearest below. That is step number 12. That is your E, right? E is currently here on step number 12. That means now your E will go at this position and your A will come to this particular position, right? So A comes at 12 and E now goes to 13. I hope this is clear. After your A is done, now we have to come to F. ठीक है, F के लिए क्या दे रखा है? 3. Move to stair number 15, right? That is directly given. So F has to go to stair number 15. So you can see F comes at this particular position. So F goes from here. Similarly, E is not at here. D is also not here. And A has also made the movement here. Okay. So you can see F goes to step number 15 directly. After that, C. C is associated with 4. Move 5 steps down. So C has to go 5 steps down. You can see C is at position 9th. So 5 steps down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So C will come at step number 4. Okay. So C comes at step number 4 here. After that, you can see E has to make a movement. What is given for E? Move to step number that is twice of your current step number. Okay. So you can see E's step number is 13. Right. What is the step number of E currently? You can see step number of E is 13. 13 2s are 26. Not possible. So 25 is the maximum value. So what is given? If it is not possible, then move to the topmost stair. That means E should go from here and E has to come at the topmost position. Okay, so E comes at this particular position here. After that, you can see the remaining person is B. So B के लिए क्या दे रखा है? Remain on the same position. So that means B remains on his own position. So this will be the final position, that is E on step number 25, D and F on step number 15, A on 12, B on 6 and C on this step number 4. Okay. I hope this is clear everybody. Please let me know if we have any doubts in this particular question. ये समझ में आया? Are we clear guys with this, that how we did this particular question? Is it clear? Everyone? Clear? Okay? Chalo, next question very quickly based on slots. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see. So this is a slot based question. You can see 7 people went for tuition classes on 7 different subjects. And the duration of each slot is either half an hour or 1 hour, right? There is no gap between 2 consecutive slots, that is already given. So you have to find the slot of these particular different subjects here. Okay? Chalo, let's try, let's see. Chalo, let's try this out very, very quickly. Okay, let's see how this particular question is to be done. So, whenever you have these slot based questions, no guys, always look for the time that is being provided here. Like here, you can see the timing is 2:15, this is 12:15, this is 4:45. So, at least you can understand that 12:15 will be there before 2:15, right? Then we will have 2:15 and then we will have 4:45. So इसका sequence तो आपको पता चल ही रहा है because it is timing we are talking about, right? So that we can understand. So let's see what has to be done here. It is given that the first slot started at 12:15, right? So that means this is the first slot and was of maths tuition. So you can see this is maths, right? And it is starting at 12:15. Okay, this is starting at 12:15 here. So if this is starting at 12:15, this can be 12:15 to 12:45, or it can be 12:15 to 1:15, right? That's a possibility here because the slots are of either of half an hour or of 1 hour. Okay. Now let's see what else do we have here. P slot started at 2:15 p.m. immediately after the history class, right? So we know that P slot has to start at 2:15. Okay, so that means if it is starting at 2:15, that means the slot that is immediately before must be ending at 2:15 here. Why? Because there is no gap between the two slots. That means the ending time for the first slot should be the starting time of the second slot. The ending time of second slot will be the starting time of third slot. There is no gap between the two. So if it is starting at 2:15, that means this must be ending at 2:15 here. And it is saying that it is immediately after history. That means this has to be your history here, right? So you can understand that this is the sequence here. Okay. So now let's try where can we have this maths and all. Okay, let's say this is your maths. Okay, so this is 12:15 maximum. Let's say minimum, if we talk about, this is 12:15, this can be 12:45. 12:45 to, let's say, half an hour we take, right? Sorry, 12:15 say 12:45. 12:45 say this can be 1:15. Then we have 1:15 to 1:45. Then 1:45 say we can have 2:15, right? So you can see that this can be the one which can be your ending at 2:15. That's a possibility, right? That's the minimum possibility that we can have. So we will try that later. After that, let's see what else do we have here. The slot for chemistry was before polity but after English. Okay, let's write it down. So this is one information that we have here, right? We will use this later. Also, we have that the slot for chemistry, right, is before polity. Done away, absolutely great. So this slot for chemistry is before polity but after English. So you can see this is the situation that we have here, right? So English, chemistry, polity, this has to be the sequence, but there can be different subjects between them, right? That's a possibility here. Now the first slot started at 12:15 and was of maths tuition. Done. Arts class ended 1 hour after geography class ended. Okay, so R has to be 1 plus geography. Okay, so R is equal to geography plus 1 hour. Okay, so that means if geography class is ending here, right, we are talking about the ending here. This is geography's end, and arts class ended 1 hour after this ended. So that means arts also end we are talking about. So if geography is ending, let's say for example, if geography is ending at 3 p.m., so R should be ending at 4 p.m. That is the meaning here. Okay. Now the last slot started at 4:45. So we know that this has to be your 4:45 here, right? It is starting at 4:45. That means this must be ending at 4:45 here, isn't it? Because the starting time of this one should be the ending time of the last one. You know, that is done. Which was preceded immediately by O slot, which was of 1 hour duration. So you can see this has to be O slot duration, O slot here, and this has to be a 1 hour slot, right? This is a 1 hour slot. That means, let's say if this is 4:45 here, so where should we have your 2:15, right? Let's understand 2:15 has to be somewhere above this O only, right? It cannot be like, let's say this is your 2:15 here, 2:15 to 3:15, 3:15 to 4:45. That's too much, right? That's not a possibility, right? You can see that this cannot be here. Okay, and also immediately after 2:15 we should have your P here, right? I hope this is clear. O should be on 6 now. What is given here? Just a second. So it is given the last slot started at 4:45 p.m. which was preceded immediately. Ah, yeah, I'm so sorry. So this has to be your O. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so sorry. I took it in the other way. So this will be your O here, right? So this is your 4:45 and O slot which is of 1 hour. That means this has to be 3:45 here. My bad. Yes. So this is going to be your 3:45 because it is given this is a 1 hour slot. Okay. So if this is 3:45, so you can understand this has to be 3:45 here, right? So this is your 3:45 here. After that, let's see what else is given here. M took bio tuitions and the difference in the ending time of M's class and S class is 3. Q slot is of 1 hour and is before history class but after N slot, right? So you can see that this is given. Q slot is 1 hour duration, right? So we know that Q has to be 1 hour. Okay, wherever we will have Q, it has to be 1 hour. Q slot is of 1 hour and is before history. So you have your Q before history. Okay, that is given here. Before history but after N slot. So you can see Q has to be after N. That means before P, right? Let's say if we talk of P, there are at least 3 different slots here, right? Before P, there has to be 3 different slots minimum. There is N, there is Q and there is history, right? So let's say where can we have your P? This, let's say, can we have your P at this position? Can we have your P at 1, 2 or 3? You can see P cannot be 1, 2 or 3. Why? Because if you take your P at 3, then you cannot have your history, Q and N, right? Because there should be minimum 3 slots before him. So that means you can take your P on 4. That's a possibility that P can be here on 4. Now, can we have your P on 5? That also we need to check, right? It is given that if P has to be there on 5, so P has to start at 2:15, which is not a possibility because 2:15 to 3:45 is more than 1 hour, which is not possible slot, right? So you can see the only possibility will be P here. So P has to be here, which is starting at 2:15 here, okay? If this is starting at 2:15, that means the one that is just immediately before it must be ending at 2:15 here, right? And this has to be your history, isn't it? So this is your history here. Okay. I hope this is clear everybody till here. Okay. So you can see this is the kind of situation that we are getting. And history se pehle you should have your Q and N. So you can see these two will be your Q and N here. Okay. So we have your N here and your Q here. Okay. So we got your N and Q also. We know Q has to be a 1 hour slot duration. So this is your 1 hour here. Okay. Now 12:15 to 2:15 you have to cover, right? This is a 12:15. This is your 2:15. So let's say, and Q is already 1 hour. So let's say how can we take this situation? You can see 12:15 to 2:15 is a duration of 2 hours. That is 120 minutes. So 120 has to be divided between 3 different slots. Now 3 slots cannot be 1 hour each. You can see 1 hour, that is 60 minutes has already gone here. So rest 60 minutes have to be divided between the first and third slot. That means they should be of 30 minutes each. So you can see this is 12:15. So 12:15 to 12:45 will be the first slot. That will be 30 minutes, right? This will be your 12:45 onwards, 12:45 to 1:45, right? 1 hour. And this will be your 1:45 to 2:15. That is your 30 minutes again. I hope this is clear everybody. Okay, so this we have already got. Now it is given R's ending time has to be geography's ending time plus 1, right? That we know. And English, chemistry and polity has to be in this particular sequence. So we will check, right? So let's say R's ending time has to be 1 hour after this. And also we had this information about S here, right? What is given about S? It says M took bio tuitions and the difference in the ending time of M's class and S's class is 3 hours. So M has to take bio, right? M is taking bio here. So you can see M can be this person or M can be this person also. So let's say if we take M here, so his ending time will be 3:45. And what is given about M's classes? It is given M take bio and the difference in the ending of M and S has to be 3 hours. So 3:45 minus 3 hours, you can see that's your 12:45, right? So that's a possibility? No, because you can see that S cannot be 12:45. It is already taken by this person here, right? So not possible. Similarly, let's say if we take your 3:45 plus 3 hours 6:45, that again won't be possible because 6:45 cannot be the ending time of anybody. So let's say we take your m at this position, right? So m is here, so 4:45 to maybe it can be 4:45 to 5:15. If it is 5:15, so 5:15 minus 3 hours will be your 2:15. So you can see 2:15 is a possibility to have your m here, isn't it, to have your s here. So you can see the only possibility will be what? Let's say, let's take the 1 hour case also. 30 minutes is possible. 1 hour, 4:45 to 5:45. 5:45 say 2:45. You can see 2:45 cannot be S because 2:45 can be for P, right? Else it cannot be for S. So you can see the only possibility will be this is 4:45 to 5:15. That is a 3 hour slot here, the 30-minute slot here, and this is your M bio, right? This is your M taking bio class, right? So this is your M bio. So S has to be minus 3 hours, that is at ending at 2:15. So who is ending at 2:15? You can see this person is ending at 2:15 here. So you can see this person will be your S. Okay. So that means R will be here. So R's ending time is 3:45. So geography's ending time has to be what? It was given R's classes ended 1 hour after geography class ended. So you can see that means geography should be ending at 2:45. So you can see this will be your geography here and it is ending at 2:45 here. Okay. So now you can place your English, chemistry and polity. So you can see this will be your English, this will be your chemistry and this will be your polity here. Okay. You can see this is 2:45 here. That means this also should be 2:45. So this is the final one that you will be getting. Okay, so 2:15 to 2:45, that is 30 minutes here. Okay, and 2:45 to 3:45, that is your 1 hour here. Okay, so this is the final one that you will be getting. Are we clear everybody with this question? Are we getting the same arrangement? यही मिल रहा है या कुछ और मिल रहा है? Are we clear everyone? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Getting the same arrangement guys? Same? Absolutely great. Chalo. ठीक है. Okay. So one question we will quickly have a look at this one, right? And then we will wrap up the session. One more question. Let's find that what should be the total scores by each of these persons, and also how are these persons related to each other. ठीक है? इसको जल्दी से try करो. A very nice question here, a very innovative type of question. Let's try it out. Let's see. Yes, here you will have to make the family tree first. Absolutely. Once you draw the family tree, then finding the runs is anyways very, very easy. Done family tree? So Avi, which of the following will be true here? Which of the following will be true out of these? D? Okay. Chalo, let's draw the family tree. Okay, let's see how this particular family tree is to be done here. So you can see it is given that either both or none of the parents are alive. That means single parent is not an option here. So A, who was the only son of B? So A is the only son of B. So that means A must be having both the parents here, right? One of them is your B. We do not know whether B is the father or mother. We will check that later. He scored 15 runs, got out. Then it is given, then B's brother. Okay, so B's brother H. So B has a brother here who is your H. So B's brother H came for batting and scored 18 runs and got out. Then F, who was the brother-in-law of H. So you can see F has to be the brother-in-law of H. Most probably you will see that F has to be this person. He is the brother-in-law. So B has to be a female person. So F's brother-in-law H came and scored the highest runs for their team. He then got out and handed the bat over to his daughter-in-law. So F has a daughter-in-law here. So that means A must be having a wife here. Daughter-in-law. F is daughter-in-law E, right? So F is daughter-in-law is E. Scored 14 runs and got out. Then A's sister. You can see A has a sister here. Okay, so A has a sister who is your D. So A's sister D came in for batting and scored 3 runs and got out. She was followed by her husband G. So D's husband is your G. So G has to be a male person who scored 7 runs and got out. He then gave the back. It gave it back to D's sister C. So D has a sister here who is your C. Okay, so we have your C also. So this is your C who scored just 1 run and gave the batting to her mother, who scored 2 runs and achieved the target here. Now you can see how many persons are we getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have got the 8 persons here, right? So you can see this kind of a structure we are getting. Let me draw your A and E here, right? A bit towards the other side. So let's say this is your A here, who is a female, who is a male person, sorry. Right? So A is a male person married to your E, who is a female person. Okay. So this is the family tree that you will be getting. Now we have to find that which of the following is true. E hash A, you can see hash means sister. So E is the sister of A? No, right? So you can see this is wrong. E hash A, again wrong. A minus E, that is A is the wife of E. So is A the wife of E? No, you can see this is wrong. So you can see D would be the right answer. Okay. So now let's find the runs also. Runs scored by them. Let's see whether we got the right answer here. So each of them scored some runs. A was the only son of B. He went first to bat. He scored 15 runs, right? So you can see A has scored 15 runs and then got out. Then B's brother H came for batting. So H came for batting and scored 18 runs here, right? So this is your 18 runs and then got out. Then F, who was the brother-in-law of H, came. So you can see after H, you can see F has to be there. So F, who is the brother-in-law of H, came and scored the highest run. So we do not know what is the maximum run here, right? Avi, what is the maximum run? That is F you are getting here. After that, F ke baad you can see he got out and handed the bat over to his daughter-in-law. Who is the daughter-in-law of F? That is your E. So that means E has to come in here, right? Then E scored 14 runs. So you can see E has scored 14 runs and then got out. Then A's sister D came. So you can see after E, we will have your D here, right? D came in and scored 3 runs here. So D ne kitna score kiya? 3 runs score kiya. Okay, let me remove myself from here just a second. So D scored 3 runs. Okay, then got out. She was followed by her husband G, who scored 7 runs. So you can see G comes after that, who scored 7 runs and got out. He then gave the bat to D's sister C, who scored 1 run. So C is 1, right? And gave the batting to her mother, who scored 2 runs. So C's mother is who? You can see that's your B. So finally B comes here and scores 2 runs and achieves the score, which is 97 in total, right? So find out what is the total here. 15 and 18, that is 33. 33 and 14, that is your 47. 47 and 10, that is your 57. 57 and 3, you can see that's your 60, right? So that means apart from F, we already have 60 runs in here. And the total is how much? 97. That means the maximum runs which is scored by F should be 37 in here. Okay, so 37 will be the runs scored by F here. Are we clear, everybody? Okay. So this is the final question that we had for today. I hope we were able to understand all the questions that we have discussed. Again on Wednesday, right? So Monday and Wednesday we are having these sessions, guys. Please remember. So Monday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. we are having these particular sessions which are very, very important for all your upcoming examinations, whether it is your RBI, whether it is your SBI, whether it is your IBPS, any particular banking examination, these questions will be very, very important for you guys. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. In case you have any doubts, feel free to talk to me on the channel, that is Reasoning by Nikita 01. Okay. So you guys can join this particular channel, Reasoning by Nikita 01. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again with another session. So please take care, stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thank you.